Uber and you see this man run for your life.
Immediately I entered this man's car, there was something hanging in front of his mirror. It looked so fetish and...
But this same man picked me up, May 3rd, and he did the same thing.
Olo chef boat, or chef Uber, or chef in drive.
I'm getting scared because like, oh my god, what if he's the one? You guys, please be careful.
This is the man who goes around in boats, in drive and Uber, allegedly robbing women of their belongings, raping ladies in his ride, and pretending to offer safe transport while carrying knives, scissors, guns, and other weapons in his car.
This guy has pepper spray, he has gun, he has sharp weapons, whatever.
For months, young women have cried out, sharing stories of their painful encounters with this predator. They talk about how he allegedly threatens them, hurts them, and strips them not just of their possessions, but of their dignity.
And you are telling me I'm not with your phone. He's like, you want me to kill you here? Immediately now brought out the knife. He was not holding the knife. He said he's going to stab me to death. Started diverting to another route. That do I have condom inside my bag? Look at what he was asking me. I said I don't have condom inside my bag. He now searched my bag. That he's going to send my body in parts. That he already has people that will buy my body.
Despite these cries and warnings, he is still on the road. He is still picking up unsuspecting women and still moving through Uber, boat, and InDrive like a hunter waiting for his next victim. And the most heartbreaking question remains, why is a man like this still allowed to drive? Why has no company taken firm action to protect the very people they promise safety to?
Uber are still allowing this man to drive after he has victimized a lot of girls. Every day they're going to complain about our riders. Every day.
So why would Uber and boats and InDrive allow a known criminal walk with them?
Will you be employing a highway robber to be on the highway picking people?
Every day that passes without justice is another day of risk for countless women. What use is technology if it cannot protect the vulnerable? What good is business when it ignores the cries of the broken? To the companies, the question is simple. How many more women must be hurt before you act? How many more tears must fall before you listen?
Please, Nigerian police, come to our help. Like, the government should look into it. Police, they should look into it. And even close to like 8 or more were saying, oh, I've inside this man's car before, or I'm a victim, or I almost got kidnapped. What? The worst part of this issue is that it has been reported to the police, but police did nothing about it.
To every reader, this is not just a story. This is a call to wake up, a call to demand safety, a call to make sure that no man, no matter how cunning, is allowed to use the will as a weapon against women again. Because as long as this man is allowed to drive, every woman on the road is in danger.
The government is not doing anything. Somebody should do something about this guy.
Data according to the United Nations World Food Programme says 30.6 million Nigerians face acute food insecurity. Experts blame on many factors which include the security challenges in the North and Middle Belt, post-harvest losses, poor storage facility, and a couple of other issues. Over the years, there have been efforts at boosting food production in Nigeria, taking advantage of its over 70 million hectares of land, multiple agroecological zones, and a climate favorable for year-round farming. There have been several other such interventions by governments at council, state, and federal levels, including the Produce for Lagos program and the 500 billion naira guarantee fund scheme by the Lagos state government. In September, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Yari, said the prices of food items have crashed across the country, but some Nigerians differ, saying they are yet to feel the ease.
Before, we said chicken for it before, but now we sell 5,000 naira.
This one, before, they're selling 300, now they're selling 500 because only don't cost. Down, they're selling, before they're selling 3,500, now they're selling 6,000. Everything don't cost.
About 2 months ago, we are buying the food. Like rice or back of rice is 70-something thousand naira, like 75, 78, 73. But now 60, 62, 50, 55 safe. So if I look, it's gone down now. Not to say like if I was increasing the price now.
2025 marks the 80th anniversary of the annual World Food Day, which is celebrated on October the 16th every year. This year with the theme, Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future, the United Nations target building a peaceful, sustainable, and food-secure future where everyone has access to a healthy diet. To achieve this, Experts suggest the way forward must be comprehensive, from tackling insecurity to investing in climate resilience farming to improving storage, irrigation, and transportation systems. That's in addition to strengthening farmers' cooperatives, access to finance and research. With the right investment, policies, and protection for its farmers, Nigeria may be on its way from food insecurity to food sovereignty. Because in a nation so richly blessed, no one should go hungry.
Every single day, Lagos generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste, more than many African countries produce in a week. But less than half of this waste is properly collected or disposed, while the rest piles up in streets, markets, and growing dump sites across the city, turning communities into ticking time bombs. From Ojota to Agege, Ayobo to Iyanoba, and across Lagos, waste is piling up faster than it can be managed, threatening both the health of residents and the environment.
Very, very hard, like just to struggle for myself and for my kids too. So that life in this place is just for you to look for somewhere to just hide your head, just put your head.
Until they face a lot of challenges here in this place, because like what I'm saying here, the place they live, kind of work they do, where they cook and what they eat every day, it's going to affect them because many of them are here just for them to survive.
There is just one of two things that is come up, is that they will have to sell something before they will see money here to eat. Either they sell plastic or a rubber or keg or nylon, so they'll need to sell it. They'll work hard to get the money here. But in this place, you see a lot of people, they are living here. It's not like they don't have the money to rent house, but the money is too hard for them to see. Even though if they see the money safe, they will have to buy something. If rain fall, you will see a lot of water before you are coming into this place.
But beyond residents, thousands of people depend on these dump sites for survival, selling foods and scavenging recyclables in risky and unhealthy conditions just to make a living. The question remains, how is the government tackling this challenge, and what is the plan for communities like Ojota, where the health of thousands is at stake?
We have monitoring and compliance officers who go around to enforce environmental laws. So since last year, we've arrested and prosecuted close to 200 offenders.
Welcome to African News 24 TV, your source for news and reports from around the world. I'm Mary Adima. We're glad to have you join us this hour for updates on the latest stories making headlines. We begin in Plateau State, north-central Nigeria, where gunmen have abducted at least 28 travelers in the state. The victims, including men, women, and children, were traveling from Zak village to the Sabonlai community on Sunday night to attend an Islamic event when they were attacked. The incident occurred around 8 p.m. on the outskirts of the community. Among those abducted are 2 princes and a religious leader who were leading the delegation. The gunmen reportedly took all the passengers and abandoned their vehicle by the roadside. The vehicle was discovered the next morning, prompting concern and a search by residents. The Association of Local Governments of Nigeria and the National Union of Local Government Employees have endorsed President Bola Tinubu's plan to enforce direct allocation of funds to local governments from the Federation account. President Tinubu issued the warning at the APC National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja, urging state governors to comply with the Supreme Court ruling, granting financial autonomy to local councils. The Supreme Court, in a judgment delivered on July 11, 2024, declared it unconstitutional for state governments to control or manage local government funds. Despite the ruling, allocations to local governments have continued to pass through state governments, raising concerns about full implementation of local government autonomy. Meanwhile, the federal government has dismissed claims that Nigeria's newly enacted tax reforms laws were altered after their passage by the National Assembly, insisting that only one authentic version exists. The Minister of Information and National Rotation, Mohammed Idris, said the laws currently in circulation are exactly the versions passed by both chambers of the National Assembly and are sent to President Bola Tinubu, describing allegations of multiple or amended versions as unfounded. Idris noted that the tax reforms followed due process, including consultations, legislative debates, and presidential assents. Concerns have been raised by some lawmakers, including claims that provisions contained in the gazetted laws differed from what was debated and approved by Parliament. The controversy prompted calls within the House of Representatives for an investigation into the legislative process that produced the laws. However, the federal government maintained that executive did not tamper with the legislation, stressing that any issues relating to discrepancies fall within the purview of the National Assembly. The government also reaffirmed plans to begin implementation of the new tax laws from January 1, 2026, as earlier announced. Meanwhile, the National Assembly is expected to review the concerns raised by lawmakers to determine whether any inconsistencies exist and what corrective steps, if any, are required. And in politics, Oyo State Governor MAKINDE has warned against any move towards a one-party system in Nigeria, describing it as a threat to the country's democratic stability and federal structure. Speaking during a media chat, the governor stressed that Nigeria's strength lies in its diversity, noting that the nation was deliberately structured as a federation to accommodate its multiple cultures and identities. Governor MAKINDE also reflected on his political journey and recent intra-party developments, including his relationship with former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike and the emergence of the G5 governors during the 2023 elections. He explained that his political rise was driven by grassroots support rather than external influence, particularly from outside Oyo State. The governor said his support for a southern presidency was based on fairness, while maintaining that Nigeria should ultimately evolve beyond regional power rotation. He emphasized the need for strong institutions that ensure leadership accountability, insisting that democracy must remain competitive, transparent, and people-centered for the nation to progress. Days ago, when African News 24 television got complaints about the state of the AKILO road, particularly how an open manhole is giving residents and motorists sleepless nights, our correspondents visited the scene, and just days after report, motorists now heave a sigh of relief. In our next report, Edith Lawrence returns to the area and now shows us what it looks like now.
Been here for years because it's causing a lot of accidents here. Like the other day, a man broke down here, the man got injured.
Funniest part is that for them putting that road there, that sounds foolish now. That means they don't have any plan to even fix that place.
If these things can be fixed, it will really save life. It will save a lot of things.
And I'm sure that Lagosians would want it fixed, and I'm sure the governor will also fix it, definitely.
That was what it used to be, but things have changed and same for how residents and motorists now feel.
Some time ago, it used to cause accidents, so, like, even me, I won't have accident in that place, so I feel sad. So I'm glad. I appreciate them very well. They do good, very, very good job. So they continue doing like this. So we now wish in this country. I appreciate.
We are surprised that we call on the government and the government came and fixed it for us. We are so happy because, number one, at times when they have not fixed it, firstly, we do have a lot of hold up. It makes many vehicles spoil here. Their tires, bike, even our children, we are even scared. If it's raining, we'll be scared for our children. But today, we are so happy to see it being fixed. And we are saying a very big thank you to the government.
This is coming just after our earlier report on the long-neglected uncovered manhole on AKILO along Agege Oba Road. Following the report, authorities moved in to address the situation, bringing some relief to residents and motorists. Road users said the repair has brought relief, noting that the manhole has caused accidents, traffic disruption, and safety concerns for years. Many expressed happiness over the intervention, saying it shows that the government listens.
Ever since they do that thing, they see business do, and they see money. We're very happy. We are grateful. We say thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you very much. Remember blessed.
They also believe the fixed manhole will improve traffic flow, enhance safety at night, and create better opportunities for businesses and daily activities in the area. Residents are now calling for sustained attention to road maintenance to ensure similar hazards are addressed promptly in the future. Edith Lawrence, reporting for African News 24 TV.
Welcome to business. The Naira opened the trading week on a stronger note on Monday, appreciating against the United States dollar at the official market to trade at 1,456 Naira 56 kobo. Data released by the Central Bank of Nigeria showed that the Naira gained 7 Naira 93 kobo. This represents a 0.5% gain when compared to Friday, December 19, when the local currency traded at 1,464 Naira 49 kobo to a dollar. The gain represents an improvement for currency which experienced depreciation in the previous week. Nigeria's oil revenues have fallen short by a staggering 16.2 trillion naira, sparking fresh concerns about the country's fiscal health and its ability to meet budgetary obligations. According to official figures, crude oil sales, traditionally the backbone of Nigeria's economy, failed to meet the projected targets for the fiscal year. Analysts attribute the shortfall to a combination of factors including declining global oil prices, persistent crude thefts in the Niger Delta, and production disruptions caused by aging infrastructure and insecurity in oil-producing regions. On the foreign scene, the United States government has unveiled a new immigration initiative offering undocumented migrants $3,000 if they agree to voluntarily return to their home countries. The program, announced by the Department of Homeland Security, is being piloted through the CBP Home app and will run until the end of the year. Officials say the plan is designed to ease pressure on immigration facilities, reduce deportation costs, and encourage humane exits for migrants who are not eligible to remain in the country. In sports, Ahead of the Group C opener at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON, Tanzania's head coach Miguel Gamandi has described the prospect of beating Nigeria as the equivalent of lifting the trophy itself. Speaking to reporters, Gamondi acknowledged the daunting challenge of facing the three-time African champions, but insisted that his squad is motivated to make history. He admitted Nigeria's strength, particularly in attack led by Victor Osimhen, but emphasized that his team must give more than 100% to neutralize the Super Eagles. The Taifu Stars have featured in 3 AFCON editions, 1980, 2019 and 2023, but are yet to record a single victory. Their clash against Nigeria will mark their 10th AFCON match, with hopes of finally breaking the winless streak. Ahead of their opening match of the new Africa Cup of Nations campaign, the federal government has fulfilled its housing and land pledges to Super Eagles players for the runner-up finish at the 2023 AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire. The National Sports Commission confirmed this via a statement. President Bola Tinubu had pledged the rewards to the Super Eagles following their second-place finish at the 2023 AFCON held in January-February 2024. Speaking during the presentation, NSC Chairman Shehu Diko said all players must receive MON except Ahmed Musa and Victor Osimhen, who were awarded Order of the Niger honors on account of having member of the Order of the Niger earlier, while William Tuesday Kong was awarded MFR for being named as player of the tournament. Diko added that the national honors, houses and land allocations approved by Tinubu have been processed, with allocation letters issued in line with the President's commitment to reward excellence and national service. The NSC chairman also revealed that the rewards of houses, national honors and cash awards of $100,000 awarded by Tinubu to the Super Falcons and the Tigers have been processed with the title documents to the houses and national honors certificates available for collection.
Because it's not
Welcome to entertainment. An autopsy conducted on late Nollywood actor and skit maker ODIRA has confirmed that he died from poisoning weeks after his sudden death in South Africa. Nwabo passed away while on vacation in South Africa, where he had traveled with friends. Initial reports had attributed his death to high blood pressure, a claim that surprised many fans given the abrupt nature of the incident. However, fresh information now circulating online shows that an autopsy was carried out, with findings pointing to poisoning as the cause of death. The revelation has sparked widespread reactions and renewed questions about the circumstances surrounding his passing. Confirming the development, the actor's director, Arthur Scott, said the autopsy reports making rounds is genuine, though he admitted the outcome has left many puzzled. That concludes the news broadcast at this hour on African News 24 TV. Thank you for tuning in. Stay connected with us on all our social media platforms. And don't forget to visit our website at africannews24.ng for the latest updates. We'll be back at 6 with more news and updates. I'm Mary Adam. Good afternoon.